Hello, everybody. Welcome to Adjusting Journal Entries. This is Part 9, Prepaid Services. This is when we are prepaying for services we have not yet received. So let's get right to it. Okay, so what exactly are prepaid services? So this is kind of the inverse of unearned revenue. So we've paid cash, but we have not yet received any services yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and if we pay the cash, we're going to be crediting cash and debiting prepaid consulting services. It's really kind of like we're prepaying for our expenses. So we're going to debit that prepaid, which is an asset. It's giving us future economic benefit, meaning that the service provider has to perform services for us. So, but post adjustment, this prepaid services account should reflect the future benefit of the services that we have not yet received. So let's get right to it with an example. So right over here, Alpha pays $120,000 to Omega. Sounds like a dog. On June 1st, 2023, Omega will perform the work for AI at a rate of $10,000 per month. My English is terrible. For a period of 12 months for AI. So for AI, prepare the entry required on June 1st, and then prepare the adjusting entry. So over here, I'm going to debit prepaid consulting services over here on 6/1/23, because when I pay the amount, I have not yet received the benefit of it. So I'm not going to record it as an expense. So right over here, I'm going to go ahead and debit prepaid consulting services. And I'm going to be crediting cash, right? Because my cash is going down. I'm giving money to Omega. Now I get to the end of the period and I got to ask myself the question, do I still have $120,000 worth of prepaid consulting services? And the answer is no. I need to recognize consulting services expense for how many months? Let's count it out. We've got June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. You have to count it out, right? This is just like Deadpool. We want to spell it out like for Francis, right? Right over here, that's a total of 7 months. So the amount of expense that I want to go through and recognize is going to be, well, I got 120 grand, right? That's the cash receipt or cash paid. The rate per month is 10,000. So I paid for 12 months worth of services. So what I'm going to do over here is I need to recognize 7 of those months. So right over here, I'm going to take 7, which is from June 1st, 23 to 12/31/23. Make sure you count it out. Rate per month is 10,000. So this is going to be the amount of consulting services expense for 2023. I received 7 months of it. So over here, I'm going to go to consulting services expense. On 12/31/23, I'm going to debit this for 70,000. Now, for every debit, I need a credit. I do not want to credit cash. I already paid for it. Rather, this 120,000 was for 12 months. I've used 7. So now I'm going to go ahead and credit prepaid consulting services. So here I'm debiting consulting services expense, crediting prepaid consulting services. Now, when I get to this at the end, 12/31/23, to record consulting services expense. So when I get to this over here, I'm going to subtract my smaller from my larger amount, leave the remainder on the larger side. Does this $50,000 make sense? The answer is yes, because I paid for 12 months starting in June. So I have not yet received services for January, February, March, April, or May. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. If I take this 5 months and I multiply it by my rate per month of 10,000, my prepaid consulting services as of 12/31/23 is going to be $50,000. This is the exact same amount post adjustment that is in my prepaid consulting services account. So I know I've done this correctly. Remember, your assets need to reflect the future economic benefit. As of December 31st, 2023, this $50,000 represents the future economic benefit I'm going to receive as of basically, this is what the consulting services that Omega owes to me in the performing those for me. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But in any event, I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Thank you. Please leave any questions you might have below. Appreciate your liking and subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day.